we're at it again. First thing this morning, I got a 2.5 hour run walk, which is I run a mile, walk a mile, run a mile, walk a mile, and it's a lot easier than running for 2.5 hours. It's way different. So I'm anticipating that it'll go well. Now, the interesting thing is I've been fasting for every workout, I think for like the last couple weeks. Every morning workout, I fast for it. And it'll be interesting to see if I can do 2.5 hours. I was thinking at least the first hour, depending how weak I get, then I'll carry a bar or something to eat. But I'll get the first hour in with a fast, and then I have my backup plan, which is I don't want to get out there and bonk. But I did make it 2 hours last week, but I think I ate 1,800 calories and ate late, and I didn't get in. I got 1,600 calories in yesterday, so it'll be interesting to see. But I'll have my backup plan. I'll have a bar in my Camelback. All right, I'm into my run walk about hour and 48 minutes, and I'm feeling pretty darn good. I'm telling you, it's like it's pretty amazing for not having eaten all morning. I don't this fasting thing. I read about it, and I heard about it twice, to fast your first workout of the day, but they're only talking like an hour workout max, I think. And so I started doing that probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I'm getting used to it, and I think my body is now being trained to burn fat. Plus, on those Fridays that I've been fasting, the last 3 Fridays, you throw that in, and you throw the training in the morning in, the first workout with no fuel, your body learns to burn the dang fat. I know it does. And so now I'm into this thing an hour and 48 minutes. I'm not even hungry. I'm sure I will be when it's over. I'm not weak. I'm holding, 10 and change for my runs. I've actually had 2 of my 1 mile, it's 1 mile run, 1 mile walk. 2 of my 1 miles have been under 10, which when I start dropping under 10, that's like kind of a real runner pace. I'm starting to come around, and my buddy, an old tri-dog, I'm up on the bottom part of Annandale, and he came up behind me. He goes, "I'd recognize that run anywhere." So we used to race together, my buddy Mark, and I laughed. I go, "All right, back in my tri-dog days, I was serious running." And I go, I'm starting to have the old run back. I got the gait going. And as you start to get success, it just motivates you. You want it more and more and more and more. It's just amazing. Anyway, the mountain looks good. I guess from Lake El Sanjo down, and I guess I don't know. Anyway, I think when you get up about 3/4 of the way, there's some burn going on up there, but. I'm just grateful. I mean, the whole time I was kind of running on the lower part down here, going up a little further than I have in the past, and just realizing how beautiful this place is, and not to take it for granted. When you've been up here for 18 years, and I started running up here like 2 years before that, just commuting up from Petaluma to run on the weekends, and you just don't take it for granted, man. You can't take beautiful things in life for granted. You got to count your blessings. I kept telling myself, I'm so grateful for this park. I'm so grateful for this park. Not only am I grateful, but I'm freaking starting to kick some ass. I feel like a runner. When I get under 200 pounds, you know what that means? It's my definition of skinny. And I was 199 and a half on Monday. Woohoo, skinny man. All right, just finished my workout. 2 hours and 30 minutes run walk. Hopefully you can see that. I covered 11 miles, almost 11 and a half miles. Really happy with that. My runs, I was super happy with. I was close to 10-minute miles each one. 2 of them were under 10. When I start running 9-minute mile pace, that means I'm becoming a runner. To me, you start running 9s and you're doing something. My walks, which was every other mile, was high 15s, so I kept those all under 16, but not a lot under 16, so happy with that. If I can get it down a little lower, I'd be happier. It was just it was a really, really good experience. The park
like I mentioned earlier, was, you know, really in good, in good shape down below, you know. And then I also saw, I would say like half the people I see have masks on, you know, up there on the lower, you know, I only seen them on the lower part of the park. And I don't wear a mask, right? And I was wondering why. My daughter gave me a fancy mask, right? And I refused to wear it. You know why? I'm not going to give in to this fire. I'm not. And I saw my buddy up there mountain biking. He didn't have a mask on. We're not giving in to the fire. You know, we're not giving in at all. And we start, you know, wearing masks and doing all this stuff and giving into it, it's going to burn the rest of the hill. So no giving in. I'll be about 90 in a oxygen tent, and I'll be going, I didn't give in. All right, I just finished back-to-back workouts. I'm kind of pumped up. I'm actually sort of really pumped up. I did a 2-mile walk. I took a little, got something to eat, took a little nap, then went out and did my 2-mile power walk. And my last mile, I averaged 31 for the 2 miles. And then my last mile was at 14:53, which is I'm pretty pumped about. That was like, I'm not killing myself. I mean, it's just me, you know, walking at a brisk pace. And then I went to yoga, and it's a mellow yoga class tonight. It's just like deep, long stretches. And I remember last week they did this, or whatever, the pigeon. I think it's called the pigeon pose. I couldn't even get into it. I mean, it's like you got to cross your legs and do all this stuff. And the guy looked at me and he says, "Oh, just sit this one out, Bill." Last week he told me just sit it out, and this week I was kind of in it. You know, I was like looking around and going, "Hey, I'm not that bad compared to everybody else." And on the other pose, I was looking around and going, you know, I'm not way off of everybody now. I'm already getting stretchier. I told the guy who owns the place, I said, you know, I'm a little excessive. He says, "Nah, I think the word is, Bill, you know, driven. You're driven. That's why you've been here so much." And I guess I like that word better. I'm driven. That's a really good compliment for me. I really like the word driven, and I am driven. And my little dog is tired. So I just stopped by the shelter, and they can use my help tonight, the Red Cross emergency shelter. So I'm going to drop Furley off, and then go back for a couple hours and help them out. So that'll be a good way to end the day. All right, got my workouts in a day, the 4 hours of training, and now I'm back up at the Red Cross emergency shelter. I checked in, and they said they could use me for a couple hours a night, so I'm gonna work from 7 to 9 here and help my community out, which is really, really important to me. All right, it's 9:40 or something at night. Just got out of the shelter here, the emergency shelter, and there's less people in there. But I saw my sister was here with her daughter and our friends, and they were serving free yogurt, which is really, really cool to all these people who are stranded here. And I ran into one lady. She's been here. She's been evacuated 3 times, and every time I come here, she's here. She goes, "No, I actually went home for a day. Now I'm back." But yeah, people got good spirits, and a lot of great volunteers, and it's really touching, you know. People got good energy who volunteer for this stuff. They're just really giving people. 1,500 calories! Ugh! Yeah, 300 under my 1,800. I didn't even want to be below 1,500. I get in trouble when I get below 1,500 unless it's my fast day. So anyway, start of a new week, off to a good start.